Hello everyone, I am Deepika Ainapur from EC department from KGDD College of Engineering and Technology. Today we will be seeing one more topic of probability theory and stochastic processes. In the last video we have seen about probability distribution function or cumulative distribution function. Today we will be seeing about density function. We know about distribution function. If you want to revise it, go back to the video of distribution function and see it and come back. Here density function is nothing but it is the derivative of the distribution function. So, density function I will be represent, it is just the derivative of distribution function. So, just I can represent it as f(x) of x is equal to d by dx of f(x) of x. It is the derivative of cumulative distribution function. This is also called as probability density function, which is represented by PDF. Hence, PDF is the derivative of the CDF. Density function is the derivative of distribution function. As we have seen the properties of distribution function, in the same way we will see the properties of density function. Yes. So, always the density function is greater than or equal to 0. It is some value. It will be always greater than or equal to 0. So, I can write it as 0 less than f(x) of x for all values of x. For all real numbers, density function will be greater than or equal to 0. It is having some value, that is the meaning. It should be always greater than or equal to the density, it should be some value, it should be greater than or equal to 0. In the same way, what is like whenever as every time I will be telling the total probability value should be always equal to 1. In the same way, the total probability density function will be equal to 1. How to represent it? Just when we are taking the total density function from minus infinity to infinity, I will be taking the integration of integration means total density function I am taking from minus infinity to infinity, f(x) of x into dx. This will be just equal to 1. That is total density function, total probability density function will be equal to 1. How to calculate the total is nothing but by integrating from minus infinity to plus infinity. Minus infinity to plus infinity, f(x) of x dx will be equal to 1. Yes, how to calculate? We know f(x) of means to calculate f(x) of x, we are taking the derivative of distribution function. To calculate distribution function, just I will take the integration of density function, because this d by dx, if it is shifting to this side, left hand side, it will be integration. So, just I will be calculating the f(x) of x by integrating f(x). One more variable I have taken, because to just have a clarity, f(x) of x is equal to f(x) of zeta into d zeta. Always we will be integrating from, because that was with respect to x. So, I will be integrating from 0 to x. 0 to x fx of zeta into d zeta. Yes. Up to the value of x we are integrating, but total range will be what? Minus infinity to plus infinity. So, we can take it as minus infinity to x fx of zeta into d zeta. That will give us the value of distribution function. We are getting distribution function value from the density function by just integrating. Yes. How to calculate the total probability value in the given range? Just in the previous distribution function also we have seen this property, this kind of property, how to calculate the probability value. So, probability value from x1 less than this random variable less than or equal to x2. Just I want to calculate between the range x1 to x2. Random variable is ranging between the values x1 to x2. Just we will be in this range only, we will be integrating the value of density function. So, probability value is nothing but it is the distribution function. Distribution function is equal to integration of density function. So, probability I am just calculating from the range x1 to x2. What is the density function? Yes, density function we are integrating from the range x1 to x2, that is fx of x into dx. Probability, that probability from x1 to x2 is nothing but distribution function from x1 to x2. Distribution function we are calculating x1 to x2, just we will be calculating by integrating from x1 to x2 the density function. So, these are the 4 important properties of density function. Here I want you people to recall all the properties of density function, even just relate it with the distribution function which we have seen in the previous video. Both distribution function and density function, just you should answer some of the questions like what is the relation between CDF and PDF? What is the relationship between cumulative distribution function and probability distribution function? Just write down the relationship between CDF and PDF, cumulative distribution function and probability distribution function. What is the total value of density function? What is the total complete value of density function, that is PDF, probability density function? What is the total value of PDF? These things, just from the properties only I am asking you the questions, just you can think and answer these questions. What is the total value of probability distribution function? One more simple question. Given PDF, how to calculate CDF? That is, probability distribution function is given, how you will calculate the cumulative distribution function? Almost first and third are similar, just you have to think and answer these questions. Hope you people have thought and got the answers also. So, what is the relationship between cumulative distribution function and probability distribution function? It is nothing but the third property, right? Fx of x, third property and also the definition, both are one and the same. Density function is equal to derivative of the distribution function. Distribution function is equal to integration of the density function. So, this and this will be the first answer. What is the total value of probability distribution function? Here, second property will give you the answer. That is, total value of probability distribution function will be equal to 1, right. So, these two you have answered. This is very simple. Probability density function is given to me. How to calculate the cumulative distribution function? PDF is given, I will be calculating by integrating the density. By integrating the probability density function, I will be getting the distribution function. By integrating the density function, I will be getting the distribution function. Yes. So, this is the relationship between the cumulative distribution function and the probability density function. One example we will take how we can solve, how we can find out the density function. Just take this example. Let x be a continuous random variable. Okay. In the previous videos, I have told what is continuous random variable, what is discrete random variables. You can go and check it out if you do not know about the continuous random variable with the probability density function. So, they have given the probability density function. Probability density function is given by the values they have given. Ax so 0 to 1, when the value of x is, that is real number, is between 0 to 1, the value is, that is density function is Ax. A when 1 to 2, that is the value when x is between 1 to 2 real numbers, the value is A, minus Ax plus 3A. This is when x is between 2 to 3. In all the other places it is just 0. They have asked us to calculate, determine A, that is this value of A we should calculate, that is the first thing they have asked. Second thing, probability of x less than or equal to 1.5. So, these two values we have to determine by using the knowledge of the properties which we have already. So, how to calculate fx of x in the given range? I will be using this formula. So, fx of x, okay, total fx of x from minus infinity to plus infinity, right. So, total fx of x from minus infinity to plus infinity will be equal to 1. This I am telling you from the property, minus infinity to infinity, total it will be equal to 1. So, minus infinity to 0 I will take one value, I will be splitting according to the distribution which they have given. The same equation I will be using and I will be splitting it. So, minus infinity to 0, minus infinity to 0 means it will be just I am splitting first, fx of x dx plus, can I take one more value as 0 to 1? So, I will be taking 0 to 1, fx of x into dx plus 1 to 2, fx of x into dx then 2 to 3, 3 to infinity. So, all the values I have taken, this complete value should be equal to 1. So, minus infinity to 0, is there any value? Just they have given it as 0 in all the other places other than this interval. So, directly I will be taking it as 0 plus 0 to 1, 1. What is the value? 0 to 1, it is Ax into dx plus 1 to 2, what is the value? A into dx. 2 to 3, what is the value? Minus Ax plus 3a. This is 2 to 3 and 3 to infinity 0. This total equal to 1. Just we can integrate it. A, what is the integration? Just x square by 2. So, it will be 0 to 1 interval plus a x constant. So, I am writing it as x 1 to 2 plus we can write it as minus a x square by 2 plus 3 a into x 2 to 3. This will be equal to 1. Just substitute the intervals. So, it will be a by 1, I am substituting 1, a by 2 plus 2a minus a plus, here also we can substitute, just it will be minus 9a by 2 plus 9a, this minus this will be what? Minus 4a by 2 plus 6a. Yes, just we should calculate this value, what it will be, that will then we can calculate the value of a. So, it will be a by 2 plus 2a minus a, it will be a plus, here what it will be, just I can take it as directly, minus 9a by 2 plus 9a plus 4a by 2 minus 6a. This will be equal to 1. Just if we evaluate it, just we will be getting the value of, just calculate it, we will be getting the value of a as a is equal to 1 by 2. So, in this way we have found out the value of a just by using the properties. Now, in the same way we can even find out the value of probability of x less than or equal to 1.5. So, what is the formula for this less than or equal to 1.5? Okay, less than 1.5 means I can take it as from minus infinity up to 1.5, fx of x into dx. Using this formula we can calculate the value of probability x less than or equal to 1.5. So, it will be just equal to, if you calculate it, you should get the value of 1 by 2. Yes, hope you have understood the problem. I have told you the flow of the problem by using the properties. You can solve the complete problem. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you for this session. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.